author of the new book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Please get this book, and you will find that it will elucidate the criminal justice system to you in a manner unlike has been done before. I served more than a decade in prison, wrongly convicted of a crime that I did not commit. I am now committed to spending the rest of my days on the planet fighting injustice, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and because justice too long delayed is often justice denied. Read my book, The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. It is available in local bookstores and on Amazon.com. If you're listening out there and can hear me, drop me an email and let me know you heard this broadcast. Tell me what you think. You can email me at shermandmanning@yahoo.com. shermandmanning@yahoo.com. That is SHERMANDMANNING@yahoo.com. Visit us on Facebook. Check us out on napsusa.org. That is www.n as in needle, A as in apple, P as in Paul, S as in Sherman, USA.org as in organization. The Truth About O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice is not just about O.J. Simpson, but it is also about the no-J's. The rich get richer and the poor get prison. Call yourself Goldman Sachs because you do remember that Mitt Romney said that corporations are people. Goldman Sachs stole billions of dollars from the American people, which is a crime. And they got a $5 billion fine. Just 2 months ago, they settled with the United States government for a $5 billion fine. Now, if you steal $5, you can go to jail. Steal 500 and you'll go to prison. You'll have a criminal record for the rest of your life. But steal $5 billion and call yourself a corporation, and not one single person is held accountable. Nobody has a criminal record. The rich get richer, the poor get prison. And we have a Republican race in which the right-wing Republicans, such as Cruz, Bad News Cruz, that is, Donald the Devil, who is a rapist, a racist, and probably a pedophile. Read my book, America's Richest Pedophiles, and you'll see Donald on the cover of that book. Read my book, Don't Mess with Texas. Don't Mess with Texas, and you'll read a lot about Cruz and Rubio. We have a group of Republicans who can't even say the term criminal justice, who don't even broach the subject because the penological system is so disinteresting to them, and people who are not in their class don't matter. But the bottom line is that this country spends $81 billion plus on crime and punishment. We must do something different. It costs more to send a man to jail than it does to send him to Yale in this country. If my son graduates from high school tomorrow and asks for a full scholarship to college, the state will say we don't have the money. If my son robs a bank, they will print the money to put his posterior anatomy in jail. Anytime we focus more on incarceration than we do on education, that leads to devastation. And Nelson Mandela said, if you want to judge a nation, look at its prison system. I was talking with a white young lady the other day, and she told me to give her one reason why she should be concerned about what goes on in prisons. I told her I will give you 800,000 reasons you should be concerned about what goes on in prisons, and all 800,000 of them will be released this year. And many of them will be coming to your neighborhood. They'll ride your trains, they'll ride your buses, they'll fly in planes with you, they'll work jobs with you. So if we continue to allow people to be transformed into monsterhood while they're in prison, we will continue to see more molestations and rapes and murders transpire when they get out of prisons. Prisons are a monster factory. Get my book, Creating Monsters, one of the most impactful books I ever wrote. It was being used at UC Irvine by professors to teach criminal justice to students. Creating Monsters is one of the most impactful books I've ever written. It's not new, but get it. And get my book, American Dream, a Search for Justice. I wrote 22 books while I was incarcerated because I refused to give up. I refused to be just a statistic because Justice Thurgood Marshall was right when he said that my ideas do not cease to exist because I'm behind a wall. And I could not wait to get out of jail so that I could talk, so that I could teach, so that I could lecture, so that I could speak, preach, love, pray, fall down, get back up, make mistakes, be judged, be criticized, and all of that other good stuff that comes along with freedom. Freedom means everything. And so I'll tell young people all over this country, gangbangers. As a matter of fact, I have a gang book out. It's a 600-page book. It is a classic. It's titled KKK, Kids Killing Kids. Go to Amazon.com and get this book. Get it for your high school students who are going toward gangs and violence. Get it for anybody who has gone astray. It is a mega book that will make a mega difference. That book is anointed. That book is appointed for such a time as this. And the Lord let me know that even though I was in prison, shameful conviction and wrongful conviction, that he was getting me ready for something big. He told me that he kept Joseph locked up in prison for 13 and a half years for an attempted rape that Joseph did not commit. So, everything under the sun has happened before. There's nothing new. And they that know not their history, someone said, are destined to repeat it. And so what happened with me happened with Joseph. And I guarantee you that, one of the things about the Bible is we see and read the Bible from the other side of the story. We already know how it's going to end. We already know the story. We already know what happened. But if we had been alive during Joseph's time, can you imagine what we would have said to him? You've been in prison for 5 years now on attempted rape, and you want us to believe you didn't do it, Joseph? How did she get your clothing? And Joseph, if God was really with you, why didn't he stop the wrongful conviction? Sherman, if God was really with you, why did he let you get convicted? Joseph, if God was really with you and gave you a coat of many colors, why didn't he give you freedom? Why did he let you lose your appeal? Sherman, if God was really with you, why would he let you get trapped in California when you're from Atlanta, Georgia? Joseph, if you really had an anointing on your life, why would God let you say? Joseph sat in prison, my friends, for 13 and a half years before God decided to get him out. But that incarceration was preparation for destiny. I'll deal with that some other time. I don't want to digress too much because I'll start preaching here, because you do know that I'm still an ordained minister of the gospel. No matter what they say about me, no matter what they accuse me of, what they convicted me of, I'm still Reverend Sherman D. Manning. Don't ever forget it. Listen, I just wanted to do a brief post, a brief chat, brief broadcast this morning to remind all of you that the truth about O.J. Simpson is available at Amazon.com. I'm going to sign off for now, and I will come back later. If you heard this broadcast, please send me an email at shermandmanning@yahoo.com. Let me know that you heard us. If you would like to sponsor this broadcast, please send me an email at shermandmanning@yahoo.com. We're going to be doing this thing religiously. We're going to be doing it methodically and strategically. And I assure you that it won't be long before we professionalize, if you will, the broadcast. Just give me some time. I didn't want to wait until I perfected it before I started doing it. Sherman D. Manning, go to Amazon.com and take a look at the truth about O.J. Simpson. Visit me at www.napsusa.org. Check me out on Facebook at Sherman D. Manning, and also take a look at Gang Bangers for God on Facebook. That's Gang Bangers for God on Facebook. Signing off for now. God bless you. Keep hope alive.